Please like, comment, subscribe, and support.
Alright, we're going to make a different kind of video today. This, as we're spring cleaning, I found this under the couch. Now, this pewter is an Anthony of AnthWare original. It edited my videos. It helped me build a website in the day. But now has become under the couch.
Computers, gaming, retro gear, devices, tech reviews, and more. Geeking off with AnthWare.
As you can see here, it is a Sony Vaio. On the back here, of course, we got a place to put your power, Ethernet cable, monitor cable, printer port, one USB 1.0 slot, and AV out, which I've never used. Yeah, there's a modem in it, which the flap is held better than this. This flap doesn't shut no more. Back in the day, I had a compact disc rewritable DVD RW, wow, and RW DVD. Originally I got this thing off of eBay back in the day. This laptop sold for about $1,200, but it was on eBay for clearance. Of course, it came with 512 megabytes of RAM, a 60 gig hard drive, a DVD-ROM drive. This is the sticker the eBay seller left on it. It also included this cool bay, which I used for years for a desktop replacement. Of course, through power, USB, and got a serial port. Good audio ports for your speakers, video, so you can play it on your TV. And of course, Ethernet. And then of course, do we really need another monitor port and printer port? And of course, mouse keyboard. Which back then USB was just starting to kick in. Come on, it's heavy. This is a heavy beast, and I had to carry this thing around everywhere. Keyboard's pretty good condition. At the time, ATI was in the thing, and of course this is a P4. In a laptop, when I got this, a P4 was, something I had in my desktop. Yep. After sitting on the couch that long, it powers on. Let's see. It's been so long. Ooh, the battery's no good. We'll try F1 to resume and see what happens. Alright, I have 2 operating systems on here. Let's go ahead and do Ubuntu. And that one will do. Okay. It don't look very good though. This thing's been sitting in the dust a little too long. Let's try I to ignore. And there it goes. Alright. Now this thing has a lot of hard drive errors on it. Oh well, this one booted up to a desktop. And there we go. It is not working correctly. Yeah. See what we can do to fix this pewter. Alright, well, it's about 2 years later, and this thing has been sitting in the closet for a long time. Really beat up, but I would really like to restore this laptop back to working condition. Only problem is when I try to install Ubuntu on it, the master boot record of the hard drive that's in it is completely corrupt, so it'll install files to the hard drive, but of course it cannot boot. My supposed fix for this thing is this IDE to SD card thing. I'm going to put this in here, and we're going to see if we can get this to be functional again. I might go with the more modern OS, maybe Ubuntu Mate or maybe Arch if I really want to take the challenge on. But the first things first, we need to see if we can get this thing here to work. Man, oh man, this hard drive bay is in bad shape. It's actually broken off from the hard drive, and now because it's supposed to pull out with the hard drive, and hard drive's stuck in there. Alright, we got her out of there, and it looks like I'm not going to be able to use this with the mounting bracket because you see there's nothing to tie it down to. So I've got to figure out a way to get it up inside of here and into there. Okay, so I started to take it apart. I'm just kind of curious to see how bad it is inside. That heatsink and fan's not looking good. I'm guessing this might be the GPU there and CPU might be here. I'm not quite sure. But yeah, it's kind of nasty in there. It's like something spilled in there or something at one time. But yeah, let's get the keyboard off and get in here a little more and see what we're in for in this bad boy. Well, it was a lot better underneath the keyboard than I thought it was going to be. But I already see I can get to the IDE controller from here, so I might just take this off here and see what's underneath it, because even then I can still kind of work it in there if I need to be. Alright, we are into it now. Now I can fully access this, and should be no problem getting her in there now, see? Yep. So, the next step, I was just kind of looking at it and seeing how dirty it is. The CPU fan is probably the worst. Look at that. That is grody. And the GPU. So yeah, definitely if this works, I will take as much out of here as I can and clean it up as much as I can. Alright, I'm going to use my old 16 gigabyte card in this thing. It's really cool because it actually clicks in there. Yeah, so then you know it's really in there. So it's going to be real easy to get in too. I've already tried it here. It's a matter of bloop. Okay, now we need the moment of truth, and you need to get everything, keyboard and everything kind of sitting on here and plugged back in, and we'll fire it up. Alright, let's see if I did it right. Power it on. See what we get on the screen. The reflection is what I'm getting. Okay. Okay, so it is beeping at me. Now, the graphics card in this thing has always acted funny. It's booting up right now, but as you can see, the CPU fan is spinning. The GPU fan, not even moving. Unless it's one of those ones when it gets hot it turns on, I'm not sure. But at the moment, it's not spinning. Well, my first attempt failed. But then I took it out, tried this memory card, still didn't work. I'm thinking, Then I noticed on the memory card I put in there I had the lock on. So I turned the lock off, and now it's detecting as a primary hard drive. Right, we got booted into Arch Linux on a live CD. And we've got it formatted and pretty much ready to go now. So now comes the test of installing the OS and seeing if she boots. Alright, we are downloading and installing now. Yes. Check the disk, grub loading. We got grub. Oh, I can finally boot. And looks like we're in. Well, pretty much. It's just booting its first initial boot stuff, but it looks like we're in. Now, I haven't installed anything on it yet. It's just going to boot to the, the default command line. But I figured I'd wait on that to install a graphical user interface because I kind of want to clean this up and do some repairs to it here. There we go. I got her very spiffy and clean as much as I can. Even got the screen as clean as I can. Got the CMOS battery out of there, so I'm going to have to order one of these. And of course the GPU fan that's broken. Clean the CPU fan out real good. Yeah, as best as I could get it. Anyways, which goes back into there. I'll get that in there in a bit because I want to button this up as much as possible, but except for these two parts. Luckily the CMOS battery was hidden under the GPU fan over here, which I don't know why, but they did it that way. Actually, it goes this way. Here's the other parts that I cleaned up. Got the trackpad and everything else all nice and neat. Keyboard as clean as possible. As you can see here, here's this GPU fan. Guy says it's in pretty good condition and it works, so for $4, might as well order it. And here's the CMOS battery in some, I don't know what that is, some other currency. Ships worldwide, and he's got 8 available. I might order 2 of them because when I do that, it's about $10. So I think for about $30, it'll be worth getting this thing back up into its original running condition. Finally, my parts are here. The GPU fan and a battery. Not sure if the battery's any good or not, but I guess we're about to find out. The new fan and battery are installed. Now, gotta button things up and the moment of truth will come. Okay. Oh, I heard your noise in there. Fan's moving. Okay. Let me go ahead and set the CMOS up and we'll see if this battery's any good. Cool. GPU fan is working. Now we're just restarting to see if the CMOS saved its goods. And it looks like it did. I'm not sure why it's not finding the operating system now. Well, this was a very hard decision to make with this computer. Since I am trying to restore it, I am going to restore it back to its original operating system because I feel like it's the right thing to do. It's not like this thing is going to get daily use or touch the internet, but I feel like if I'm restoring it, I should restore it back to the way it was. And what I'm going to attempt to do is hopefully see if I can get the old hard drive to work in an adapter, a USB adapter, to see if I can get some of the old files off of it. I feel like if I'm doing a restoration job, I'm going to have to make this move, bring her back to the way she used to be. Well, got it back installed, but now here comes the fun part. What kind of challenge am I going to have for the device drivers? I wonder if I can even still get them for this machine. I hope so. I was really surprised on that. Sony's website still had all the drivers there, so I've got them all installed. They're all working great. Even got the little Netgear guy running. I'm having a really nostalgic moment here. I'm actually kind of glad I went this direction instead of doing the Arch install, because it was too modern and it really slowed it down. And with this, it is snappy as a dragon. It's really fast. Unfortunately, the old hard drive here is beyond repair. Sadly enough, yes. It has so many bad sectors on it, I can't even restore files off of it anymore. It's done. I will at least install the software that I used to have on here before. Maybe I'll try a game out on here. Yeah, let's do it. For some of you that might be interested in this information, here it is. Well, you know what? I will install Ubuntu 10.4 on this, because that's what I had on here before with the Windows XP, so might as well, put it back on there. That way I have best of both worlds. That went ahead and installed without a hitch. I'm not too worried about it not being an up-to-date Linux distro. Like I said, this laptop is kind of like for preservation because it's old. And if I need to get my Linux fix, I can get my Linux fix on it too. This is going to work great. So what I'm going to do now is starting to re-button everything up, screwing all the screws back in. I've got to figure out what all these screws do. So that's my next step. Let's get this buttoned up and put together again. Warcraft 3, one of my favorite games from back in the day. Love this game. It looks like it runs pretty good on here. Of course, it's a Pentium 4, so should be able to handle it. Yeah, get that tower. You go, guys. Yeah, get it. Yeah, I better quit for now, otherwise I'll end up playing this all day long, which I probably will. I've got all my stuff back that I used to have on here. So now, if I ever need a nostalgia fix, all I have to do is boot this old laptop up and get my itch on. I'm very happy on how this all turned out. It is running beautifully. And I intend to just keep it this way, so that way, if I want to run some old games or just explore my past. This laptop, I've had it around for about 11 years, so I've had a long time. We've done a lot together. And after 3 years of working on this project, on and off, I would say this was a great success. Got my dual booted Pentium 4 original laptop restored, cleaned up, fixed the parts in there, and now it is time to end this project. This has been Anthony from AnthWare, and from this time and every time on, folks, keep on clicking. It's Anthony from AnthWare, signing off.